mouse.
Oh, I hope NaVi actually show up. Where are they?
Well, that's just fitting, right? They haven't shown up at all here at IEM Cologne, but it's time here on Dust2. We'll see if they can get on the server. 1x bet odds certainly favoring NaVi coming into this one. 1.57 to 2.41 as we hop into the pistol. Renegades on the CT side. CZ for Alistair, and a quick play into the lower tunnels for him as well. He's run up into Boomich and a quick headshot. He's going in for more. He's trying to get a second, but Bit puts him in the ground.
Nice for Bit to get an early trade kill. We talked about his struggles on Inferno. Nice shot from Simple. That P250 is so good in his hands. He gets the long-range headshot. That P250 has that ability to land that one-shot headshot at longer range than the USP, so he can take a fair fight against Renegades, and he gives his team the man advantage.
Hatz peeking up into top middle. Starts his run back up into the B bomb site. Bit has got that peek and spotted that no one's watching it. NaVi now start to go up towards short. Right now, one player defending the A bomb site, and that's Inns from Goose. He's got to deal with the short play, and they've just spotted him. He's going to try and peek out for a headshot. Once again, there is a player up long as well, but Simple. Crushing headshot straight away. Sicko and Hatz dropping back into middle. Now looking for an avenue into the round. They're going to go up short, but Simple's waiting over here. P250. We've seen some antics out of it over in Inferno, and now looking for more. Oh. Simple's got a 3K. Looking for a fourth, and I can't recover it. Luckily, Sicko comes out with one. P250 into his hand now. Has to make the reload. He's got the kit in his back. He's got to hit some nutty shots, though. To get some quick shots. Every opportunity needs to go his way. It's not got a kill yet, and now with NaVi having 3 players alive, ball planted. And that wrap around from short starting to come through as well from Electronic. He's in behind him. Sicko will go down to Bit though, and a pistol picked up for NaVi. Really good shots again there from Simple.
A good couple of kills from Bit too, but those were a bit easier than the kills Simple was getting. It really was the Simple show here in the pistol round. So clean, it's just one taps on these final fights that he was taking. No chance for Renegades to react, and it is so fun to watch Simple when he feels like he has to just carry the game. He has the ability to do it, and Dust2 is definitely a good map to do it.
Certainly so. It was Simple. He's going for these early fights, and he's down. Malta has taken out the AK.
The AK got naded back, I think. Did it?
Well, Electronic has
He did. Hatz has it.
And now Hatz as well. And he's looking for some shots into the mid doors. Bit's found it with the AK. And that's going to explode an opening in towards the B split. They're going to smoke off CT and just run on up. There's one player currently defending the B side. Sicko's hit a shot through the smoke. Perfecto's down the MAC-10, running over the top. Sicko does get brought out of play, but 3v3. Electronic pierced down the B ramp, and getting some damage off. Needs to be careful because he has been chunked down himself. Boomich has gone down to the low HP of Malta, and now he's on a Galil. Suddenly NaVi in a chance of losing this round, and Electronic over the top of the smoke. He's come in with one on Alistair. The AK of Hatz and the Galil of Malta trying to get back into the site. They've locked NaVi out. They've kept him outside of the bomb site. They're going to tap the bomb to try and pull them into the open, but NaVi aren't going for it. Hatz is now sticking that defuse. 10 seconds on the hold. Malta's got to hold it. Flash goes in. Peak starts to come through. Bit couldn't get it done, but he's off the bomb. Hatz has to come back onto it. It's going to be close. He's going to stick it for the full 10 seconds, but he's confident he's got this one. Renegades, what a round to pull out.
Risky move from Hatz to get off the bomb, but it pays off for him. He goes ahead and hits that deagle shot through the door. The AK in his hands does help make a difference. It's that early kill, and yeah, look, the nade goes in, nades it back, they get the AK. Malta landing some great shots, and then Hatz at the end doesn't even use the AK. It's the deagle shots onto both of them. Brilliant play from Hatz to realize he had time to defuse, he could get off the bomb, and it's not an easy start for NaVi. They thought they were going to get up to a flyer, and Renegades have just sent them back down to earth. I still can't believe how composed Renegades are in some of these really hard and really tight, close rounds. Renegades have won almost all of the close rounds so far in this series. When it's come down to 2v2s, when it's come down to post plants, they've been the better team.
Oh, that's a good shot. Malta dancing with death. The more you re-peek that angle, it will go down. Smoke goes into long, and here come NaVi. It can often be a great strategy to go for the short execute to try and get a bomb plant out of this kind of round, but you've got to deal with the setup of Inns and the rifle in towards Goose. This is not going to be easy, and Inns is ready for that play, but he's blinded. Really good flashbangs, but here goes Alistair, peeking out, getting 3, finally shut down by Simple, and it's still a 2v2. Bombs start to get planted, Electronic out towards long, and Simple, he's really got a lot of work to do inside of this site. They put a lot of pressure on him now to do this. Simple loves the pressure. He's going to look down into CT, a difficult angle to try and clear out, but the flash, he dodges it, swing around! Sick shot from Hatz, but it's still Electronic. He's gone up towards short, he's doing damage down towards Sicko. He's got to get onto the bomb. He's got a smoke here. That could definitely pressure Electronic to try and get him off the defuse. He's going to throw that smoke down. No kit picked up, though. AK-47 still in play. Electronic trying to find him and through the smoke. He'll do it. Simple and Electronic pull off the round win. And it's the time wasted there, the delay from Simple that allows Electronic to get up into short. Great repositioning in for the late round.
And also that great flash from Perfecto earlier on onto Inns. And part of the reason why they can get that flash in the perfect position is because Inns had fired some shots earlier, I believe, so they knew where he was. They could throw the flash exactly where he was looking and full blind him for such a long time. So NaVi fight back. A scrappy start to Dust2. Let's see if NaVi can hold it this time. Maybe not, because they've lost Simple early. Malta's still close by, reloading. Players pushing him, and Bit hits the headshot.
Quick kill. One that is necessary, because losing that early player of Simple is never going to be a happy start here for NaVi. They're going to try and get Alistair boosted up. 2 players now into the A site. Smoke's still down at long, but eventually that'll fade away, and Alistair is now looking for that kill. Trying to bait them out, trying to force them to take a fight against him. He's trying to get this jump to spot if he can see a head down there. But Boomich is crouched, and because of that, Alistair could not see his head. Now the rest of the NaVi squad start their walk up long, and Alistair's just come off the angle at the right time to get cover in behind the site. He's now looking for fights, and he's being goosed up. He's down to 9 HP, and Sicko now trying to get something out of the scouts. The flying scoutsman. Can they find anything out of the round, though? Peering over the top of the smokes. Nothing's landing here. They've had opportunities. They've had a couple of chances, and finally a shot will land, but they've lost Alistair, and that's not a kill. In for Renegades. They're going to try and get a boost of the Deagle on up. This could work. Spam through the box. Bomb plant denied. 30 seconds left now for NaVi. Hatz is not really covered off because his teammate's blocking the cover. Hatz is forced into the fight, and they know there's a second player now there as well, and Bit's going to clear it. Inns left alone. Scout picked up again. Can he deny the plant? He just can't do it. Plant comes in, and now Inns is down to 1 HP. He's got to run away. And that's another round for NaVi. None of these are easy for them, though.
Quite a few of those scout shots coming really close, but not enough of them landing. The boost onto the site was a nice idea to delay, to cause a bit of confusion on the NaVi side. But once they figured out that there were 2 players committed, 2 players stuck in that close corner, they knew exactly how to deal with it. Didn't rush it, just waited until those Renegades players were stuck in the corner with nowhere to go. Coordinating those peaks, taking an early 3-1 lead. Nice stuff from NaVi. I was looking back at NaVi's run through Katowice 2020, and they did lose a game early in the tournament against Fnatic. They've shown before that they can lose a series and come back in a tournament and just play lights out for the rest of it. Obviously, wouldn't be ideal, though. It's not what NaVi would want right now against this Renegades roster. Early timeout taken by Renegades. Remember, they did run out of timeouts over on Inferno. I would much prefer teams to use too many timeouts than too few, though. The NaVi side of it was they only used a timeout when the game was really, really far away from them. So I don't mind the early timeout from Renegades. See what they can conjure up in this extra time.
I'm loving these tactical pauses, shall I say, and the action music we have really gets you in the mood to understand Both teams are going through at this point. Alistair looking for to pick to open things up. Head spotted towards T-spawn, smoking towards Xbox, and a good kill from Alistair. That's a really good find, and Inns as well. He's got a double kill. Renegades again on the lower tier weapons. NaVi are down to just Electronic and Boomich. Too much off the top here for NaVi. They've got to figure out how to pull this one back. Double smoke into the CT cross. Boomich tries to get over it. He's still got to deal with that short play. I think a Molotov up there is probably necessary to try and keep Malta back, to try and get that bomb planted, at least for the long post plant of Electronic, but there's a timer on it, and he's planting on the safe side of the boxes. He doesn't feel comfortable planting for long, and because of that, Boomich now has to fight. Inns has come out long, and he's just missed the timing on the Electronic, but his shots come through, and now Electronic's alone. There's still a flank along he has to worry about, so even if he gets these kills, it's the flank that matters. Electronic gets away with another kill and nearly the lineup onto 2, but there's just too many players. Renegades get it done again on the lower weapons.
2 rounds in a row where Alistair peeks down mid with the scout, hits the headshot on Simple, and takes him out of the round early on. That is crazy to do, because getting Simple out of the round early is exactly what you want to be doing. It's that shot from Alistair peeking down mid, and then Inns was already in lower tunnels. He was already in this position before Alistair had landed the shot, so having that scout peek down mid helps that happen. Now you get an AWP out into his hands, and what a weird start to the game this has been. Both teams winning on lower buys, both teams struggling with their stronger buys. NaVi now having to take a couple of lower weapons into this one.
Oh, Boomich gets out of this long smoke, and Electronic in behind him. Alistair are going to be playing from the site. Scope down in towards long. Just not going to find much from it. For NaVi, they're just going to leave the pit player of Simple. He's going to duel it out against the AWP of Alistair. Oh, the timing on the unscope is just enough to allow Simple to get the headshot. Alistair down, and now NaVi give it a huge opening. That's enough to pull the full rotation off the B bomb side as well, and the bomb is going back over towards B.
Simple gets his revenge with the scout, but Malta's recovered the AWP and hit him with a headshot of his own. Back to a 4v4. Renegades may now realize the A site isn't being pressured too heavily here. They're even going for some information on short, with Inns playing fairly far forward, so they should be ready for a potential B play.
And Hatz has got a good angle for it, but Electronics quickly come in. A Glittle has found him, and that's going to be a man advantage for NaVi. This game cannot continue like this for Renegades. They cannot afford to get these opportunities and then have them fizzle away. NaVi come back again, winning a much-needed round win for NaVi, but this needs to end at some point. For both of these sides, they just have to crush this scrappy back and forth with some of these weaker weapons. I think NaVi would enjoy that much more than Renegades, though. This scrappy style of Counter-Strike, I think they come out on top if it continues this way. I don't know how many of those rounds Renegades have left in their locker. Eventually, you're going to have to run out of those.
It is a shame for Renegades, because they get that shot from Malta on towards Simple. They get Simple out of the round, and they get some information that it is likely the B play. But unfortunately, Sicko's rotation arrived just 5 seconds too late. If NaVi was slightly slower on their B push, he would have arrived on the site. He would have been a second player there to assist, because he was rotating over. There's the shot from Simple. There's the shot from Malta. Equally quick on both sides. It's so scary what some of these top players can do with the scout. Have to be so precise to hit the headshot. Finally looks like Renegades will save a bit more money from this one. They have the saved AUG, but the other players only buying a couple of Deagles. And you would expect this round and this game to go back to normal now. Renegades not with a great deal to work with here. Should be NaVi's round. But it's been a weird game so far.
Oh, Bits come through the doorway and caught by Electronic. He'll try and get a second, but Sicko's Deagle has allowed him a kill onto Bit. Electronics move forward. He's got that trade kill quite quickly. Hatz, Inns, and Alistair now starting to topple as well. NaVi getting the important kills. No magic just yet for the Renegades. Can Hatz pull a rabbit out of his hat? Looks for some shots and looks on up, but Boomich has found his head. And now wins with a rifle alongside the Kevlar. Ultimate goal will be to save this weapon. NaVi are delaying that plan just to allow them to try and figure out where they are, and Simple will find his kill and eventually goes down as well. Renegades lose every single player. Money's not great for the CT side here. Got some players who are available to fully purchase, but others that are in a weird territory where they won't be able to get a rifle out alongside Kevlar. So I think another half buy is on the cards here for Renegades, and that is going to allow NaVi to likely be up to 6 rounds. So I think this battle of attrition, a war of attrition, these scrappy buys going back and forth, eventually it is going to favor NaVi, and here it is. 6-2 should be their reward.
Have to give a lot of props to Electronic too. Was playing pretty well on Inferno. On their CT side, he was one of the only reasons they were winning rounds. He's been playing well here so far, but this round he won't be having any impact. Boomich steals the AK away. He takes a nade for his troubles. What a hero, though.
Yeah, just fearless trying to get the rifle out of there, not giving it over to Renegades. That can really turn the tides if they get an upgraded weapon. So Boomich going in, it is risky, gets chunked down, but gets the AK out of play. I think he threw it over the side there as well, so they can't even recover it at all. Alistair's pushed up in the longhouse. They don't have nothing right now for Renegades. You've got long control, you've got an early kill. NaVi still with an option to split back into the B bomb site. If they want to sell out the hit in towards A, they can drop down into mid and play for this B split, because they still have Perfecto up in the tunnels. I'm interested to see what NaVi decide to do here. Do they want to go in for the short execute straight into the A site hit? And right now, it looks like that's going to be the call, because Perfecto has left tunnels and is now sitting at middle. Simple's run up short. Sicko has a spot on his head, but finally he will. No kill, though, for the Renegades just yet. And no reply for NaVi. They have to try and get onto the side. They're sending Simple forward. Bit now running in, trying to take the space clear in the close angles. They know there's a fight on the ramp at A, and Bit has not been able to get a kill finally on the last bullet. Manages one and Simple with the other. Bomb planted, Renegades held off, and the kills keep on coming. Hatz with one. Couldn't quite get the second, and Perfecto having some fun now with his AK. Alistair left nipping at the heels inside of mid. NaVi have recovered, and that's going to be 6 rounds now added to the tally. Oh. Alistair could get an exit here.
Perfecto has gone back to the rest of his team. Smart decision. Make sure that you're 100% safe. Boomich will save the AWP, and Alistair won't get a kill at the end. Couple of shaky moments still for NaVi individually. Oh, so close. Have been a couple of shaky rounds still from some of the NaVi players, maybe missing some shots they shouldn't be. Bit there with the spray initially. Looked awkward, but eventually makes up for it. Now we have the buy from Renegades, including an AWP on Alistair and 3 AUGs on the CT side, looking to use those scopes to their advantage. Or maybe not use the scopes. A lot of players go unscoped with the AUG.
Simple. Waiting for the jump up. Waiting for someone to try and get that jump peak for information. It's not coming in though. They're just waiting for that kill, and then they'll explode into B, because they have 4 players over here right now for NaVi. The bomb's there as well. Now here comes the explosion. They haven't got a kill, but they're still going to run with it. B hit starting to come through. Only 1 player inside of the site itself, and Bit's got the chance here. Sicko walks through the doorway. Boomich finds the kill on Hatz. That has to be the save call. Renegades cannot make it work. Not enough kills in the hold.
Bomb has been planted.
Those B plays are something that NaVi do like to do sometimes. I think it's a nice way, especially against underdog teams, of just seeing what their B hold is like, because if it is going to be a position where you don't get a kill on the CT side or you don't slow them down, it can very quickly unravel on your CT hold here on Dust. You can very quickly run into a lot of problems. If you start losing that B site, it's so hard to retake, and it is normally hard to take for the Ts just through the tunnels, but if you can get the timings right, if you can use some solid flashes, then maybe you can. What is going on? Are they assembling a boost? Oh my god, this is crazy. They're boosting over the top to see that close left wall. No one there though, so Malta will be fine, but a Cool idea from NaVi to try and take those guns away. Rifle safe for Renegades, but they've got to show more resistance at the start of some of these rounds. It's a frustrating round because there's not much you can say from the Renegade side there in order to fix that. All you can say is, I guess, just try and hold B a bit better.
Yeah, they kind of got unlucky with the timing. You know, Sicko came through the doorway and didn't realize that NaVi had already a player inside the site. Alistair missed shot. He's going for some aggression into mid up short, but hasn't come out with a kill. That does signal to NaVi where the AWP is playing from. And they're going to try and go out long, and because the AWP has often been from on the site fighting down towards long, once it rings out towards short, Simple's much more comfortable just running around the corner with his teammates. And now he's got the angle up to the A site, so you're not going to have defense from the middle of the bomb site itself, and you've really got to find a way to get into a better position to face off this attack, and a good flash is going to be enough. Alistair's got the position.
It's established on the angle, but they're closing the distance, and Alistair has to respond, but it's Electronic with an excellent headshot early.
Yeah, Electronic gets in underneath him, and Alistair did not expect that one to come through, but Malta's got the reply. Sicko as well through the smoke has found Simple. It's now Boomich, Bit, and Perfecto looking to try and close out the round in the post plant. Renegades looking to try and come back through. Bit, he's been spotted, but not downed just yet. He's waiting for that chance to strike. Just holding his position. They're going to go for a boost. This could be beautiful. Malta gets on top. He's got so close to the site now. Looking the wrong way. Bit goes down. Malta, keep your gun out. And because of that, Boomich and Perfecto have got the kills. Another round for NaVi. They're coming close. Renegades are really making a meal out of the rounds, but NaVi in the end are winning the important ones. And they're up to it too. And this scoreline, I feel like it doesn't reflect how close it could have been and maybe even should have been, but NaVi are not going to complain.
Good to see Perfecto having some impact here in the late round scenario. That's the sort of spot that he will get put in because they rely on him in those late round scenarios to be that consistent force for them. And he delivered some important kills there. Timeout taken by Renegades, their second timeout being used ahead of this one. And it's pretty important that they get some more rounds on their CT side soon. NaVi have so much money. Won't be breaking that bank balance anytime soon. So it will need to be gun rounds for Renegades. And they finally get a double AWP setup. A lot of teams like to run this on Dust2. Generally, that second AWP will play over on the B site. And that could be an answer to that B site where we saw them struggle to hold it previously. Having that AWP gives you a couple more options. Oh dear, that's not going to give you options though.
Yeah, starting to limit those options right from the beginning of the round. Simple with a kill through the mid-door smoke. And Renegades down a player on the B site. NaVi starting to send the bomb that way as well, and Sicko's got a hold. He's got one quick kill through the wall under the head of Perfecto, but Electronic is through the mid doors. Once again, the death place of a Renegades player, and now Inns goes through, gets out of his spot alive, luckily, and Malta's come in with one, but again, it's Simple. A headshot on the AWP. Sicko now getting closer, wanting to take matters into his own hands, but the timing, it's not worked out for him. He's going to have to fall back off his position. He did spot NaVi players going up into short, and that is information for Inns, but what can he do with it? He's had a pretty slow start individually. We'd love this to be the round he gets something going. But NaVi have got Electronic out towards the mid doors, and he's going to maintain this position, and Inns will win out the duel with the AUG. It's come through, now under a minute. NaVi are going back over towards short. They're going to try and pressure up into the A site. Bit is going through, trying to spot out if he can get this trade onto Inns, but he's long gone. He's going towards long, all the way through the long house. And Simple still waiting for the information to come through to him, but it hasn't quite been passed on, other than the site is clear. So he's going to go up into the A site, smoke off short, Molotov off CT. But look how quick this regroup has come in from Renegades. They've grouped up in the 2v2.
They still have a molly, but with the bomb being planted in front of the site, if Simple could get to long, that would be ideal. It's not going to be allowed, though. They're stuck on the site. They're scared that the CTs themselves could be over on long. So NaVi having to play from the bomb site, and that means Inns' molly could be really valuable.
Oh, it's gone in. Simple, aware of the position, now trying to get the angle. He's got it. Inns goes down, Bit finds the other. Renegades come close, but once again, it's NaVi.
Renegades did pretty well to recover that round, considering they lost that first kill through the mid doors. I was really impressed by the way they fought towards the mid position of the map. They made sure to help Sicko because they realized having that up solo holding B is just impossible. If he gets run down, he's going to be in trouble. He needs that rifle support. So they go ahead and find fights towards mid to make sure it's not an easy B split. But unfortunately, the 2v2 not won this time, and now they're down to the lower buy. Electronic up to 15 kills. Make that 16. Might make it 17. Indeed he will. Cutting down the pistols on long. Great game from Electronic so far. NaVi showing us why they can be so good on this map. Their individuals are shining. They're about to take a 10-2 lead.
Oh, Hatz gets taken out. Perfecto finds him, and now Sicko, the only one alive for the Renegades, and Boomich will take him down. 10-2 for NaVi. They're up to double figures, and Boomich a little bit of BM as well. I think it's good to try and get your head in the game here for NaVi as well. You know, you've had a lot of these close rounds. I think this half could have easily been much closer. A few of the close rounds went Renegades' way, but
oh wow,
it's going to be a buyout for them, and an auto sniper for Simple.
I mean, he's got so much money.
Yeah.
He can start spamming those doors now.
Let's go. Let's see what he can get from it. We've seen this earlier on for G2. Over on the A stream, and he's done damage. Sicko down to 26, and out of the map, the auto sniper goes. He's back to the AWP.
It's the upside of buying it in round 13, right? I don't think Renegades would expect it to come out that early, so they're not having that in their minds. They're not ready for the spam. It hits twice instead of maybe just the one shot that would have landed if they were more prepared for it. In's playing up close. Hasn't been as good of a game for him here on Dust. Alistair wants to take matters into his own hands. He's ready for the fight, and his teammate takes the kill at the same time.
Great start for the Renegades into this round. 2 early kills, and finally a comfortable position to lead the round from. They need to close it. They need to get a few rounds to close out this half.
They're even pushing B tunnels, and Sicko's low on health.
And well, Perfecto has come into the lower tunnel. Sicko is low and now completely down. That's the B bomb site with a weak opening. That might give NaVi a foothold into the round. Let's see if that comes back to bite them. There's still pressure in short right now. Flash up. Simple going in. Electronic alongside him. Some utility coming in for Renegades. They still have some left, but now it starts to trickle. And that was the Molotov used up.
Simple was so vocal there. He was saying a lot. Clearly wanting these smokes to come into A as a fake as they try to go back to B. And that earlier aggression from Sicko means this B site could be weak. Inz is still in position though, and there's no smoke for CT.
They're going to molly him instead though. They're going to try and force him off the angle, and now they're playing to the B site. Hatz has to deliver. Perfecto has come out, and one chance there for Hatz. He should have got the kill, but a headshot for Perfecto. And now once again, even on the server, Electronic holds for the mid-play. Could have got away with 2, but finally down to Alistair. Quick pickup from window though for Simple. And Inz is really desperately trying to find something here. They're holding it back. Once again, NaVi turning the mid-round in their favor. Great calls, great plays. Maybe even a little mistake there from Renegades, but 11 rounds now for NaVi.
We were praising Renegades for their composure earlier. That is the first round where maybe just because of the scoreline, they get a little ahead of themselves and they want to make that hero play. They want to go ahead and just close out the round sooner than they needed to. It's the first time they got into such a good position. At that point, you've got to be confident that your hold on the site is going to be good enough. Simple this time, not hitting any shots on the cross. They know to cross quickly now.
Yeah, Simple not making the most smart investments with the auto sniper coming out twice.
He's got so much cash, he doesn't care, mate.
Just buy whatever you want. Expendable
Whatever the
income.
hell he wants.
Yeah.
He could buy a Negev. Actually, the Negev's cheap now. Never mind.
Yeah.
Buy an M249.
Already back in 2016, Hawker. Electronic. Oh, could kill P250. Alistair goes down, and well, for Renegades, it's 3 Deagles left and a chance because they've stacked 2 players onto the A side, but they're looking the wrong way. And Simple finds it on the Deagle. Hatz goes down as well, and now just Sicko. Inside his CT, trying his best to land a couple of headshots, but at this point, the best he can hope for is a Chad Birchall frag movie special, and he's got one.
NaVi are having a bit of fun with it now. You can see Electronic and Simple both swinging onto the site with their pistols instead of their rifles. The P250 and the D peeking. Simple's got the auto sniper again. Anyone want to join him? Come on, NaVi, get another one. Why not spam that cross with a couple more? It's the last round of the half.
Everybody buy them. Just go ahead. Everybody. But Simple is the only one that's going to have some fun in the round, and he starts to spam through once again. And of course, that actually really does delay the players getting across in towards the B side. But it doesn't matter because NaVi are pressuring out long, and Bubich has come in with a kill. Alistair finds the reply almost immediately, though, and now the play up short begins for NaVi. It's a quick start to the round for the Riflers. You can see why they don't want to buy those auto snipers. They want to get the control of the map as quickly as possible. It's a 4 versus 4. 1-for-1 trades at the beginning of round 15. Alistair's going to take a difficult angle because Bit had already crossed over to the other side of the stairway. Not the best position for the AWP. And Inns again gets caught. He's been having a rough time individually on that A site. NaVi have been toying with him. Sicko trying to get the AG up, but once again gets caught in the timing. This is more like it for NaVi. They've really come into this one much more comfortable and should be closing out the first half. 13-2. They've gone and done it. Great reply from NaVi after losing the first map. It looks like we're heading to a third. We'll figure out if that's the case in the second half. .2 coming in for Natas Vincier, and now they're trying to get the pistol win to just put them closer to taking this one over the line.
Simple's feeling it. Trying to take a fight up mid, jumping onto Xbox. Smoke will land, but Renegades all in the tunnels, and NaVi still have a couple of players prepared on the B-bomb site.
It's going to be such a heavy play from Renegades. It has to work. They have to get these early kills. Smokes and flashes go in. Bitch trying to line them up, trying to get the first shot. Damage has been done to Renegades, and finally Electronic, he was hidden away, and because of that, the element of surprise has allowed a kill, but only one. Would have liked a little more out of it, but kills go back and forth, and it is a 3v3. Renegades have taken the B site, and Inns trying to fight out the tunnels. Boomich coming down into the position, but it's the Aussie that comes out with a headshot, now upgrading his Glock swiftly to the USP, and the two remaining NaVi players coming through lower tunnels. He doesn't know that they're both there, though, so they're still focusing on the doorways, but eventually they should get that info. You can see they're just being much more comfortable taking that outside B control. Perfecto trying to get a headshot. Renegades locking it in, though. Another great one from Alistair. And now it's just Simple left in the clutch. This one, he cannot win. This one goes to Renegades. They find a pistol, and it's a good start to the second half. They need as many rounds as they can get here.
Really impressive round from Renegades, really, because NaVi had a lot of players stacked on that B side of the map. It looked like NaVi had pretty much the perfect setup to shut down that round. They had two players on the site itself. A lot of missed shots from Bit early, which was a bit of a shame, but Inns hounding that long-range headshot with the Glock was key. The rotate came in, but by the time they were out onto the side, it wasn't enough. One thing I wouldn't have minded from NaVi there is the player with the nades to be playing towards the mid doors, because then he could flash for his teammates at B and it could help them more on the hold. But instead he just rotates over, tries to take the aim fight. Perfecto can't land the shots. And now Renegades need to make sure they hold on here. They've got the pistol they needed. Oh, and that's a stunning shot from Alistair.
Yeah, great opening. They got to try and prevent Bit from finding one of his own. He's close. He's hit the shot, but not death for Sicko. Stay alive in 11. Renegades will take short control.
Flash at the ready. Electronic wants to get proactive off the back of these smokes. Malta with a double spray with the Galil. That should settle this round. Perfecto can't even stop him. Bit's hoping for a kill, which he will get. Any more will be hard, though. Now they know exactly where he is. It's being used towards his position. Renegades already have this fourth round locked in.
Bit is attempting to do quite a bit of damage. His ADR certainly go up, but he's not really getting kills out of it. Just gonna slip through the smoke. And Inns is holding for the exit, but has to be aware of that. He is. He does just have the Scout and Deagle here, so he's hanging around inside of the smoke. And eventually Renegades will go ahead and get themselves those 4 rounds they were looking for. Great start to the round from Alistair. Great job just keeping it clean as well. Only losing 1 player for the time being. And it will remain 4 players staying alive for Renegades. Come into this one, again, it's going to be NaVi just playing with that Scout, couple of Deagles around it. We shouldn't really be seeing much out of them other than that. And for Renegades, it's another round where they try and limit the casualties, try and build that T-side economy. You're going to need all the money you can get to try and pull this one back.
We were saying in the pre-game that Alistair playing so well on the AWP could be a real nice positive for Renegades to play with. He's played pretty well here. It's just his teammates haven't been able to hold up their end of the bargain. It's also very nice for NaVi that Electronic's having such a good game here on Dust2, helping us see that it's not just going to be the simple show. Electronic has been playing probably the best out of any NaVi player so far in this series. He was good in Inferno too.
He is the young daddy, right? He's the young daddy and he's showing up to the server. Good to see him on LAN.
Just the couple of pistols and Scout in play. Bit trying to do some damage. Perfecto getting 1 kill up close, but now Bit will be pushed from 2 sides. And Inns is even spotting these players on the rotate.
Ooh, Alistair through the smoke, gets a double kill. Good stuff to close out the round. Again, just losing 1. Renegades up to 5. Now, NaVi going for the buy, though. It's going to be the AWP out for Simple. A1S for Perfecto. The rest of the side purchasing up the rifles. Inns has got the AWP out as well. Interesting if that will stay on him.
He's got the long spawn, so should go to that long corner for the pick. And then it'll go back into the hands of Alistair. See if he can get the pick, though.
Yeah, it's down to whether or not he can find it. He's going to try and run out for it. Looking for the pick. Smoke goes up. Flash is good as well, and no kill for him.
It's a nice try on the smoke from the T side. It makes sure he can hold the angle longer, because any molly is unlikely to flash him out from that position. Unable to get the opener they were looking for. I like the idea from Renegades, though, because if you are going to come back here, you kind of need some rounds where you just get an early kill, get a couple of quicker round wins early, and get yourselves back into it. So, nice idea. Not successful. Now we need to see what plan B is.
Simple. Often in the short ledge with the setup of Electronic out to his right side, and you can see why it's so effective, right? Electronic is there for the second peek. When Simple misses the shot, brings one out, they try and chase after him, knowing the AWP is likely to have fallen off, and because of that, the rifle's waiting for them. And the kill goes NaVi's way. Renegades do get short control. NaVi will give it to them, but other than that, Renegades have really got to dig deep because they haven't got a round short. They haven't really gone deep in towards A. They've got to drop back. It looks like the B play is on the cards here for the Renegades. Malta trying to make this lurk style work again on Dust2. He finds so much impact on Inferno. I don't know if he's going to be able to do the same kind of impact over on Dust2, but he's trying his best. No kill for him. And now they're going into B.
Last smokes used by Renegades into mid. Inns trying to make something happen, but into the B site they don't have any flashes, and that means the hold should be solid. Bit still seeing what he can do from the car. What a shot from Sicko! Mid-air headshot, but they're still so low on health.
Yeah, 1 HP and a shot through the door as well from Simple. It's Alistair left alone with the AWP, 10 HP. He's got to figure out where they are with 3 seconds left. Wants to die before the time, and they're not giving him it. Oh, they're letting him go in after the time, and they've taken him down. Well played from Boomich. You can see the evil little laugh from him. He knows he's left him empty. His bank account is gone.
Really smart play at the end. This shot is not one you're going to see too often, but it's a nice one for Sicko. Doesn't lead to anything, though. Boomich making sure that he gets that player at the end. Really well played by him. Renegades still have money for the buy, eventually figuring out who's going to get what gun.
Yeah, glass cannon there for Alistair as well, but he has got the AWP out. You talked about it over in Inferno, the fact that he is an AWPer who really wants to get that AWP out as much as possible. In this kind of round, you'd see some AWPers go to the rifle, but Alistair wants the AWP. Another
Renegades.
heavy B play.
Yeah, back to B.
And Perfecto's going to try and hold it. He's got the flash ready. It goes out. First kill's his. And Malta's got the trade kill. And Perfecto's gone down. Malta in with another one. A great double kill. He looks for the AK and he's picked it up. 4 versus 3. Now you've got to really pull off the retake here. With the bomb down and Renegades deep inside of it with an extra player, it's not looking so good for them. I think NaVi realized that. Probably best just saving what they've got. Not enough money in the bank accounts to really warrant a retake attempt here. And they're just going to save everything they've got.
The only way you attempt that retake is if you have some mollies. That gives you the chance for an early kill, which then could make the retake more viable. But even with some smokes, there are so many close angles you can't flush out that you're likely to be chewed up in. So NaVi takes the more conservative approach and go ahead and save. Good kills from Malta. He really earns that AK after getting the 2K with the Galil to open up the B-bomb site.
I think Perfecto was a little too confident there as well. I mean, he stuck around that angle for so long. It's Lula's second kill. He's fighting on 2 fronts there. Malta was not the only player shooting at Perfecto. But Perfecto at least was looking to try and get another before going down to set his team up for that retake attempt, and didn't get it done. So Renegades, another great chance for them here to come back into this. It's just a 13-2 half for NaVi. He's got an AWP out for Simple still. AKs, Electronic and Boomich wielding those. So it doesn't get easy for Renegades. They've got to keep this consistent. Oh.
Bomb control has been fine for NaVi so far throughout this CT side. Oh, nice shot from Simple. Alistair goes for the fight. Unable to get the kill. Simple isn't happy with one. He wants even more, and he gets the shot through the door. Another shot lands. Simple looking for it. He finds a headshot. Simple just taking over right now. Oh, he's going for more, Dingo. He's going for more. Simple's hitting all the headshots with the AWP, and it's gonna be the ace. Simple puts NaVi to 15. He just fights everyone.
I don't know what you can do to deal with Simple when he's decided it's his round. He eats them up one by one, shots through the door. When they're not peeking into him, he goes and finds his prey, hunts them down, stalks them, and gets all of the kills. NaVi given map point in a spectacular fashion. Simple is an absolute monster, continues to show why he's the best player in the world. And Renegades, you can't do much about that. They've just got to sit back and tip their hats to it, because that is just something to marvel at. Every one of these shots, just hunting them down, goes deeper into middle and knew exactly where to find his 5th.
3 headshots with the AWP in the ace. Crazy stuff from Simple. That second one was the pick of the bunch though. Flicking up through the door for the wallbang headshot. My God. I didn't expect him to just keep fighting, but I guess I should have, because Simple's been in the mood all day. He just wants to carry his team to a win right now. And I think he might have done it with that round.
No, Renegades going heavy towards B. They've done this a few times. Utility going in towards the site, but they're not going with it. Instead, they're going to drop back quickly into middle, and this is very quickly into middle. Electronics trying to hold from CT, but it's Simple. No kills for anybody else. Simple wants them all. Finally, Bit getting involved, and he's not going to be able to follow it up. Luckily, Electronic through the smoke is stuck and has to fight and gets away with it. Final bullet for the headshot, and now Inns is left alone. 9 HP between him and 3 players of NaVi. He's going to peek, and Simple takes him down. What a way to close out the first and second map. We're coming back with a third, but before that, we have to break down this map on Dust2.